These people are amongst the greatest quiz players in Britain. Together, they make up the Eggheads, the most formidable quiz team in the country. The question is, can they be beaten? Welcome to Eggheads, the show where a team of quiz challengers attempt to beat the greatest quiz team in Britain. They are the Eggheads, and today's fearsome foursome are Chris, Pat, Olav, and Lisa. Feeling brilliant today, Eggs?
Yes.
Yeah? OK. Challenging the might of our quiz Goliaths are the fine young Bramptonians from Cumbria. Paul, Stuart and Chris have been friends for many years and regularly quiz at the Nag's Head pub in Brampton, where Shannon used to tend the bar. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Paul and I'm a support worker.
Hello, I'm Stuart and I'm an electrician.
Hi, I'm Shannon and I'm a travel consultant.
Hi, I'm Chris and I'm a machine operator.
So Paul and team, hello.
Hello, Jeremy.
Hi.
Great to see a team that's brought together by a kind of a postcode in a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tell us about Brampton.
It's a small market town. It's about 5,000 people live there. It's very pretty, obviously surrounded by great countryside.
And the pub is central.
You couldn't get much more central.
I mean, central, not just geographically,
to
the team.
To
So, Shannon,
everybody.
you don't attend the bar there now, but you were.
I used to, yeah, when I was younger.
And did they all behave themselves?
Yes, I made sure of that, yeah.
Well, we got the fine young Bramptonians, young at heart, all of you.
Absolutely.
Correct?
Yeah.
OK, let us see how we get on. Good luck, challengers. Every day there is £1,000 worth of cash up for grabs. If the challengers fail to scoop the money, it rolls over to our next show. Fine young Bramptonians, the Eggheads, have won the last 8. They're on a roll. They're looking serious. They're looking purposeful. And there'll be £9,000 if you can beat them today. So, Paul and team, the first head-to-head battle is on the subject of science. Who would like this?
Who fancies about that?
Not great. Sorry.
Shall I do it?
Yeah, go on then.
I'll do it.
All right, Paul. Against which Egghead? You've got Chris, Pat, Olav, Lisa.
Lisa.
Right, you're getting chosen a lot at the moment.
For science, yeah.
Call from fine young Bramptonians to take on Lisa on science. Please go to our legendary question room now. Lisa, why do you keep getting picked on science?
Well, let's just run through this, Jeremy. My grandfather was a lauded agricultural engineer. My grandmother was a biologist. My parents are both engineers. My sister's a doctor. And then there's me.
And you've not followed the family tradition.
No, I am the despair of all of the Eggheads and all of my family when it comes
But
to
I think it's in the genes. I think that's the thing. You've got an instinct for it.
It's in the questions. That's all I can hope for.
So 3 multiple-choice questions on science in turn. Paul, you can choose whether you go first or second.
I'll go second, please, Jeremy.
All right, so Lisa gets the first question. Which of these is a butterfly native to the UK? Is it Yellow Brigadier, Red Admiral or Blue Commodore?
That's the Red Admiral.
It is the Red Admiral. Well done. Paul, wallabies are part of the same family as which of these animals? Wombat, platypus or kangaroo?
I think that will be kangaroo.
Yes, indeed, kangaroo. Well done. 1 each. Lisa, which software company was co-founded by Larry Ellison in 1977? IBM, Oracle or Microsoft?
Now, when you say co-founded, that makes me suspect that there is another person who founded it who is more famous. I'm going to say Microsoft.
I saw Olav worrying about that. Olav?
Well, he's basically the most famous founder of Oracle.
So he's not the "and" person, he is the key person, but it's not Microsoft, it's Oracle. Lisa. OK, this is good, Paul. What is the name of the $10 billion telescope billed as the successor to the Hubble that was launched into space in December 2021? James Bardeen, James Irwin or James Webb?
I don't think it's James Webb. Not quite sure why. For some reason, James Irwin is calling me. And I think I'm going to opt for James Irwin.
Lisa, is this right?
I think it's James Webb.
It is James Webb, who was an administrator of NASA. So, Lisa, your question. Which German scientist shared the 1954 Nobel Prize in Physics with Walter Both for his fundamental research in quantum mechanics, especially for his statistical interpretation of the wave function? Max Born, Otto Stern, or Hans Bethe?
Well, my slim hope that I would know it when it came up has disappeared. Originally thought Max Born, then thought Otto Stern. Let's try Max Born.
Max Born is the right answer. Can we stay with your first instinct? That's good. Paul, your question. In mathematics, what does the radical symbol represent? And you need this to stay in. Percent, square root, or greater than?
Okay. Don't think it's greater than, because that's inequalities. It's not ringing any bells that it's the percent sign. I think I am going to opt for square root.
Lisa?
Linguistically, radix is root, so your radical symbol is square root.
Oh, I see, as in radish and all that. Yeah, square root is correct. Well done. So, your level after 3 questions would go to sudden death. I don't give you alternatives, Egghead, as you know. Milk sugar is an alternative name for which disaccharide?
Lactose.
Lactose is right. Over to Paul. Which class of animal takes its name from the Greek for living a double life?
Tricky one. Just trying to think which class of animal sounds as if it would be derived from Greek. I think I am going to opt for a marsupial.
No, you'll know this when I say it, Paul, actually. Amphibian.
Ah, yes.
So land and water.
Didn't think of that one at all.
Amphibian is the answer. Lisa has the round, but it's our first. Plenty of time for our challengers to come back. Rejoin your teams. We'll play on. So, as it stands, the challengers have lost 1 brain from the final round. The Eggheads have not lost any so far. And we play on with food and drink. Who would like this?
Yeah, I'm
That's
happy
it,
to
Shannon.
take it, yeah.
The former bartender.
Yeah, it would make sense.
Did you serve food in the pub?
Just packets of crisps and nuts, so no food as such.
OK, Shannon. Which Egghead? You got Chris, Pat, Olav?
I would like to take on Pat, please.
OK, very good. Shannon from the fine young Bramptonians against Pat from the Eggheads. Please go to the question room now. So I know you're not behind the bar now, Shannon. You're doing something else.
I am, yes, so I'm a travel consultant, so...
You enjoy that?
I love it, yeah. I specialise in long-haul holidays, but I find it really, really fun and it's a very happy place to work.
Do you have to say, you know, I travel to places to find out how good they are?
Generally, yeah, if you have been somewhere, you find you do know more about it and then it's easier to kind of tell people what it's like, so...
Well, good luck in this round, taking off with Pat here. Doors to manual, as we say, Pat. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Food and drink is the subject. We've got to cast our minds back to the pub menu, even if it's just for the crisps and nuts.
Absolutely.
Do you want to go first or second?
I would like to go first, please, Jeremy.
Good luck, Shannon. What name is given to hard-boiled eggs that have been shelled, cut in half and filled with a paste made from the yolks mixed with mayonnaise and mustard? Are they lucifered eggs, held eggs, or deviled eggs?
So, I've not heard of lucifered eggs before, nor held eggs, but I have heard of deviled eggs before, so I'm going to opt for deviled eggs.
Yes, indeed. Well done. Pat, your question. According to the old adage, which of these foods should only be eaten in the months of the year that have an R in their names? Oysters, truffles, or snails?
I think this is sound advice when thinking of eating oysters.
It is oysters. What, you mean outside the summer months?
The time of the year has a big effect on, you know, whether they're sound to eat or whether they're perhaps a bit risky.
So September, October, November, December. OK, right, I've got it. Over we go to you, Shannon. Pimenton, used in chorizo sausages, is a name for Spanish forms of which spice? Is it saffron, paprika, or cardamom?
So, generally it's a little bit more smoky, and I know paprika does have kind of a smoky taste. I know saffron's generally used in more curries, likewise with cardamom. So, just our process of elimination, I think I'm going to go with paprika.
Paprika is the right answer. You're playing well. 2 out of 2. Back to Pat. Which celebrity chef opened the restaurant Plain Food at Heathrow Airport Terminal 5 in 2008? Was this Heston Blumenthal, Jamie Oliver, or Gordon Ramsay, Pat?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to go for Heston Blumenthal.
You've only ever lost 2 previous food and drink rounds, Pat, in the history of Eggheads. All 2,000 shows. Do we know this one, Eggheads, here?
I thought it was Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay.
Oh.
Oh, Shannon.
Yeah.
So listen, just get this one right and you have dispatched Pat, who's one of the greatest quizzers in the world, former world quiz champion and currently British quiz champion. Your question. The dish bobotie, consisting of spiced minced meat, baked with an egg-based topping, originated in which country? South Africa, India, or Philippines? This for the round.
So, minced meat. So, I'm not going to say India because I know generally they don't eat much kind of cow meat over there. So, I'm going to opt that one out. I would kind of say the Philippines would be more kind of noodle rice-based meals with it being over in Asia. So, I'm going to opt for South Africa, please, Jeremy.
South Africa's right. Well done, Shannon. Brilliant play. You're in the final. Pat, how often does that happen? Well done.
Too often.
No.
Or it's happened to at all is an outrage.
We'll be back shortly if you'd like to work on a question from the Eggheads during the break. Olav has one.
Yep. Disguised as a chimney sweep, the 14-year-old burglar Edward Jones was caught with what item stuffed down his trousers when he was captured by police in St James's Street in 1838?
Olav, thank you. See you after this short break. Welcome back. Before the break, Olav set us a question which was, disguised as a chimney sweep, the 14-year-old burglar, Edward Jones, was caught with what item stuffed down his trousers when he was captured by police in St James's Street in 1838? I'm thinking it's some very precious item of jewellery.
Well, he had burglarised Buckingham Palace just a few months before. It belonged to Victoria, Queen Victoria, basically.
I don't know.
Her underwear.
Queen Victoria's underwear?
Yes.
What are the chances? Well done if you got that at home. As it stands, fine young Bramptonians have lost 1 brain from the final round. Then it was a brilliant comeback from Shannon here. So she's knocked out Pat, which could come in very handy. And your next subject, the last subject before the final, is sport. Who would like this?
Yeah. I'll take that one, Jeremy.
OK, Stuart, electrician from Brampton, against which Egghead? You've got left Olav and Chris.
I think I'll try Chris.
Brilliant. So Stuart from fine young Bramptonians versus Chris. To ensure there's no conferring, please take your positions. Your favourite sport, Stuart?
Got to be football, I think, Jeremy.
And other sport, I know pool and snooker are your thing as well.
I don't play them as much as I used to, but yeah, I still love taking part in them when I can.
You've got a great collection of stories. You played snooker against Ronnie O'Sullivan and darts against the great Bristow.
I did against Bristow. My dad was a snooker referee. I've played Jimmy White and Cliff Thorburn as well.
Terrific. Well, good luck snookering Chris here. I'll ask each of you 3 questions on sport in turn. Stuart, would you like the first or the second set?
I'll go first, please, Jeremy.
Stuart, your first question. Eric Ten Hag became the manager of which football club in April 2022? Manchester United, Liverpool or Chelsea?
Well, it isn't Liverpool, because Jurgen Klopp's there, and it's not Chelsea either, so that would be Manchester United.
Manchester United is correct. Chris, in which racket sport do players lose a point if they hit an area of the court known as the tin? Badminton, squash or tennis?
That's squash, Jeremy.
Yeah, it's physically there, isn't it? Just below the line. The tin. Back to our challenger, Stuart. Oakmont Country Club has hosted which of golf's major tournaments a record 9 times? US Open, PGA Championship or US Masters?
Don't think it's the PGA. I think I will go with the US Masters.
Chris, is he right?
Well, I always thought the US Masters was always at Augusta, so I don't think he is right, no.
It's a US Open. So a chance for our egghead here, Chris. Which of these sports stars has won an Olympic gold medal at 3 consecutive games? Kelly Holmes, Laura Kenny, or Rebecca Adlington?
Pedaling a bike round and round around the track, Rebecca Adlington.
Anyone help here, Lisa?
He was doing really, really well till he actually said the name, because it is the cyclist, and it's Laura Kenny.
Is Rebecca Adlington a cyclist, Lisa?
She's a swimmer.
She's a swimmer.
Oh,
Laura Kenny is the answer. One each. Third question now. Your question, Stuart. Lewis Hamilton became a co-owner of which American sports team in August 2022? Brooklyn Nets, San Francisco Giants, or Denver Broncos?
Don't think it's the Giants. I'm going to say the Brooklyn Nets.
It's actually the Denver Broncos. So we go to Chris. You can take the round with this, Chris. Naoya Inoue, born in Japan in 1993, is a famous name in which sport? Boxing, athletics, motor racing.
what are Japanese good at? They don't raise many boxers, so I'll say motor racing.
He is boxing.
Boxing.
So 1 point after 3 questions. We go back to you, Stuart, for sudden death. Your question. Harold Bird, commonly known as Dickie Bird, became famous as an umpire in which sport?
That'd be cricket, I think, Jeremy.
Cricket's right. Well done, Stuart. Chris, in professional darts, the inner bull is worth how many points?
50.
50 is correct. Sudden death. Stuart, in professional basketball, each team is allowed a maximum of how many players on the court at any one time?
I'm going to say 5, Jeremy.
5 is right. Well done. You've got to get this one right, Chris, because it's sudden death. Which Belgian-born Dutch Formula One driver was born on the 30th of September 1997?
Max Verstappen.
Max Verstappen is correct. Still in it, still quizzing. Stuart, in artistic gymnastics, the men's all-round competition consists of 6 events: floor, still rings, vault, parallel bars, horizontal high bar, and which other?
Pommel horse?
Pommel horse is quite right. That's a great answer. Well done. Chris, again on the brink here, sudden death. Rebecca Romero has won Olympic medals in cycling and which other sport for Team GB? Chris, to stay in.
The marathon.
Rowing is the answer, Chris. You've been knocked out. Well done, Stuart. Nice work. My goodness, these challengers are doing something here. Come back and we'll see if you can win the money in the final. Well, what great work by fine young Bramptonians. This is what we've been playing towards. It's the final round. As always, it's general knowledge, but I'm afraid those of you who lost your head-to-heads won't be allowed to take part in this round. So Paul from the challenging side, but also Chris and Pat from the Eggheads, would you please now leave the studio? Stuart, Shannon and Chris, you're playing to win fine young Bramptonians £9,000. Olav and Lisa, you're playing for something that money can't buy, the Eggheads' reputation. As usual, I will ask each team 3 questions in turn. They're all general knowledge, challenges you can confer. So now we see whether your 3 brains can finish these 2 off. Would you like to go first or second against the eggs?
First.
We'll go first, please, Jeremy.
Here we go, £9,000. Good luck. What is the name of the main railway station in Bristol? Is it Temple Meads, Waverley, or Lime Street?
Waverley's in Edinburgh, isn't it? Lime Street. Is that in Liverpool?
It is.
Temple Meads?
I would say Temple Meads, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We think that's Temple Meads.
You're right, Bristol Temple Meads. Well done. First point to you. Playing so well. Eggheads, which of these battles was fought in the year written as MLXVI in Roman numerals? Hastings, Agincourt, Waterloo.
Ends in
Hastings.
6, so it's Hastings. Yeah. Jeremy, it's the Battle of Hastings.
Hastings is right. Well done. Could have gone wrong there. Challengers. Ananas is the French word for which fruit? Watermelon, pineapple, kiwi.
It's pineapple.
I think pineapple.
Pineapple?
We think that's pineapple.
Pineapple is correct. Wow, they're so sure-footed, these challengers. Hey, kids, which $90 million film, which had already completed shooting, did Warner Brothers announce have been scrapped in 2022 with no plans for a cinema or streaming release? Catwoman, The Penguin, or Batgirl?
Batgirl.
Batgirl.
They killed it, yeah.
Yeah, shortly after the Warner Brothers and Discovery merger, they decided to junk Batgirl.
Yeah, pretty brutal decision, Batgirl. Now let's see if you can do the same to the Eggheads with this answer. The book Touching the Void recounts the near-fatal descent of Ciudad Grande in the Peruvian Andes by Joe Simpson and which other mountaineer? Chris Bonington, Simon Yates, or Adrian Ballinger?
I don't think it's Chris Bond.
No.
Not Chris Bonington.
I was thinking
Torn towards Adrian Ballinger.
Yeah, I was thinking Adrian Ballinger, I think. Adrian Ballinger?
Yeah.
We're going to go for Adrian Ballinger.
Simon Yates is the answer. The Eggheads now have a chance to end the contests. Prior to Spiro Agnew's resignation in 1973, who was the only man to have resigned his position as US Vice President? John C. Calhoun, Hannibal Hamlin, or Charles W. Fairbanks?
For some reason, I want to rule out Fairbanks, but it could be John C. Calhoun. I think Hannibal Hamlin served a full term. If you've got any...
I have nothing to give you on this.
Okay, right.
Sorry.
Might as well rip off the Band-Aid. I'm going to say John C. Calhoun.
You weren't sure, but you are right. It is John C. Calhoun. Good quizzing, Olav. We say congratulations, Eggheads. You have won.
Well done, guys.
I thought the last push here would do it. You're a really good team. Well done. Commiserations, challengers. The Eggheads have done what comes naturally. Their winning streak continues, so the £9,000 stays in the studio. We roll it over to our next show, and we wonder what happens in the next game. See if a new team of challengers have the brains to defeat the Eggheads and win £10,000 next time we play. Till then, goodbye.
Chef Mehdi's new menu looks mouth-watering, but what will his 2 Michelin-starred boss think? Isle of Wight, Jewel of the South is brand new at 8. Coming up, Paul and Suki brave a dip in Lake Barlar. Motorhoming Wales with Merton and Webster is new next.